Solve and graph n minus 6 is less than or equal to negative 14. In order to solve an inequality, you have to remember two things. Thing number one, if you multiply or divide by a negative, you flip the sign. Thing number two is if your variable is on the right and you end up with something like 5 is greater than n, then just flip everything. N is less than 5. Now, that's not going to happen here, but these are important rules to remember. The rest is just like solving a regular equation. Is n completely alone by itself? No, minus 6 is in the way. How do I get rid of subtracting 6? The inverse is adding 6, so I'm going to add 6 to both sides. Cross you out. Drop down the n. Drop down to less than or equal to. Negative 14 plus 6 is negative 8. I've solved my inequality. No flipping was necessary. Bada bing. What I have to do now is graph that. So I go to my number line. I only care about putting negative 8 somewhere. And then we just write out the rest of the number line if you're given a blank number line like I gave myself. Like so. Like this. Like that. Now, n is allowed to be negative 8. So we go down to negative 8 and we circle negative 8 and fill it in. Now, why is n allowed to be negative 8? Because it's equal to negative 8. N is also going to be everything smaller than negative 8. So this looks to me like an arrow pointing to the left. So we're going to shade everything pointing to the left. N is less than or equal to negative 8 means I can pick any number that's smaller than negative 8 and including negative 8. I could take that number and plug it into the original problem. So if I took like negative 14, negative 14 minus 6 is less than or equal to negative 14. Negative 100 is way over here. Negative 100 minus 6 is less than or equal to negative 14. I can plug in negative 8 because we're including negative 8. Negative 8 minus 6 is less than or equal to negative 14. That's what that green shading represents, and we're done.